Hello everybody and welcome back to Coffee Talk. We are back with another 2 days, and let's see what we have in the newspaper today. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Are you chewing bubblegum? Probably not, but that's what it looks like. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Salic Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Why is the news always so insane? Oh, Freya, are you sure that would be okay? Yes? I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. What are we talking about here? Gala! Hey, Gala! Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? Looks like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Yabby was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I do need to interrupt Yabby for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want me to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Okay. Remember, it has tea and ginger. I know what it is. I made it last time. I figured it out. It's Galahad. Where is it? I figured it out. I saw it. Is it not in here? I made it last time. Oh, did they get rid of it so I couldn't look at it? That's mean. Okay. Tea. Ginger milk. I have to remember what I did. Nope. Tea, milk, ginger. Galahad, there it is. Here you go. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. I made note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Gala, we're done for the night. You're done? I have a lot of homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Oh, come on. Hello? Baileys! Long time no see. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Heya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Yabby was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine choose your own adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? The score will determine which page you should go to. Sounds more like a video game than a book. I know it's not that original, but my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea. Which is? Making a novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finished it, okay? Alright. As Yabby said though, I won't have time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. I'm sure I can figure it out. Coffee... milk ginger? No. Milk, ginger, no wait. Coffee, ginger, milk? Didn't I just do that? Nope. Okay, here you go. I figured it out. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Dailies? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not that crazy. I still need the money. Done, as in I've finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her. By using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. The finest bullshit, milady. The one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following? And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details. But this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player, too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly! This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes! Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So, I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty... active guy back then. So, Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I've been out, and I'd got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together, and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh, my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact dates, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her, by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. Not exactly the most comforting thing to say. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was a male model. A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl. To go out with a model. No. No, Gala and Hyde are together. That's what I want. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval, considering, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs that are deemed worthy and successful, like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What did you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue the passion of art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Oh, accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That is so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? Oh, Gala's joining in. What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You can't really... I don't know if you can promise that. Love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other. That's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured, emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privilege as you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've gotta go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've gotta go too. Wanna head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Yabby. And Freya. Bye. I mean, both Hyde and Gala make good points. I like that both of them kind of talked to the different members of the couple. Like, Hyde was a little more blunt, but maybe that's what Lua needed to hear, and Gala was a little more gentle, but maybe that's what Bailey's needed to hear too. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you inspiration? Sounds like a great idea. Ooh, that was a shorter day. Ooh, gingerbread coffee, sweetened with brown sugar to satisfy the cookie monster. Nom 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 nom. My cat's looking at me funny now. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. What have we got in the news today? Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. WHO vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Oh, that's not good. I like the I've got my eye on you that he has. Oh, you guys are so cute. He really never changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice, catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Abby. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do. I'm gonna make you the exact same thing. Because that is the right one. I know it is. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Ooh, some of these are all filled up. Aqua. Birthday, 12th of January, researcher by day, aspiring indie dev by night. Myself summary, a mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert, tea lover. My favorite things, metal conflict, video games in general, grandma. What I'm doing with my life, moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can, trying to find the place and person where I belong while doing something I love. Alright, Hendry is only at 1, we can't get in yet. Rachel's only at 1, but we haven't seen her in a while. Myrtle's at 2, not that bad, we'll wait till it's at 3. Hyde is at 2. Bailey's is all full. Birthday, 10th of August, freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan. Why am I not surprised? Freelance designer, museum and art gallery frequenter, art school graduate, will draw and design for food and shelter. Favorite things, punk. Been listening to pumpkin spice since I was a wee lad. What I'm doing with my life, escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will have my own solo expedition. Lua. Birthday, 2nd of October. Votre âme est un... Oh, I can't read any of that. Lover of the bright moonlight, believer of a life without flight. I'm a big fan of a life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry, what I'm doing with my life, working 9 to 5 in a trading company by day, going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends, enraptured by the forbidden fruit. Wonder if that's talking about, Bailey's. Okay, Georgie. Birthday, 1st of June, myself summary, born and raised in Seattle, a lactose-intolerant cop. Favorite things, movies, police university, cop story, Robert Cop, what I'm doing with my life, father of 3 beautiful girls. Freya. Birthday, 29th of January, writing for the Evening Whispers, talks about mundane things, art, and life in general. My self-summary, journalist and short story writer. You can read my surreal and weird short stories at the Evening Whispers. I idolize and aspire to be someone like Gil Naiman or Maruki Harukami. Favorite things, coffee, coffee, coffee. In case you didn't get it the first time, I'm a big fan of Naiman and Harukami, so there's that. What I'm doing with my life, working as a journalist because it's the best way to learn how to write better. Talk to people who have experienced more than you and get paid for learning things. Nice. Alright, what is Galahad in here now? Tea, milk, and ginger. I'm just gonna stick with that because I know it's right. Serve. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ah, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I'd have a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived, and I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. So, how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in a hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. Hyde. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a war veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So, you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Yeti, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? I can try. Okay, tea-based drink that is warm. What makes things cool? Okay, that's bitter. Mint tea? Nothing else makes anything cool. So, I'm thinking mint and milk. Mint milk tea? I don't know. I don't think that's right. Okay, tea. Honey is sweet. Oh, wait. That's the same. That's the same. And then... that doesn't affect it, but this would. I don't know if it needs to be the same, but I'm gonna go with this. Because otherwise... wait. Okay, then the lemon. This makes it way too cool. That's warm. This does nothing. This adds warm. That adds cool. Okay, honey. Midsummer Night's Dream. I mean, if it has a special name, that's probably it. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Oh, Freya's not here. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Freya? Heh, speaking of the devil. It is you! Hello, good people. And one vampire. Oh, come on, Freya. He hasn't even said anything yet. Good to see you, too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? No, he's into someone else. That won't work on me. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. High and tall? Gala's taller than you. You look tired, Freya. Hard day at work? Ugh, how could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Yabby my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev stuff for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, they sound complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job very tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess people really don't notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about the work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. Look at Hyde giggling. He needs to be a bit less loyal, though. Hyde. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Dang! Whoa, I didn't know that! Wait, 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy! Ask for a promotion, man! They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial. Take it! Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yup. Safe trip. See you around, Yabby. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your way. Bye, Gala. Now it's just the two people who don't really like each other. You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place, back when it was a bar. Telling the story over again, I'm sure she's eating it up. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh, you see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard, and we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength, but then I got to be interested in him. Interested? You're not answering. I bet you like him. I know you like him. I remember the end credit scene from last time I played, and also the way he asked him. Remember, he asked him that question earlier, being like, what do you... I don't remember what he asked, but he was like, what do you think it would be like if we hadn't met, or something like that. And when Gala was like, what do you mean by that? He kind of, like, backed off. I think he really does like him. I think he's a cool person. That's all. After a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go get professional help. Of course, I've no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Oh? Neil! Good evening, everyone. Hello, boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. Neil Armstrong. Neil. Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Ooh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles, or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We choose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Ermi Gendru album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything. Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. What could that be? Oh, Neil! Dang it. Supermodel. Hide, birthday, 8th of February, vegan vampire, professional model. My self-summary, part of Los Angeles agency, old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Favorite things, the fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What I'm doing with my life. Currently, a model, past, stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. What about Gala? Birthday, 13th of September, my self-summary, veteran, now working in a hospital. Favorite things, food, anything warm and made with ginger. Music, metal maiden, books, full metal jarhead. What I'm doing with my life, trying to heal myself by helping others heal. I might cheat a little bit just to find out the name of the drink that he likes, because I don't think I would be able to figure it out otherwise. Alright, milk, honey, mint. Ooh, the Milky Way! That's perfect for them! Let's see, I hope I got this right. I totally didn't cheat for this. Thank you. What the... Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This... Oh! I think they like it. What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. What the heck is going on behind me? Cats? Cats. Oh, Neil's all full now. It's birthday, my self-summary, please, like, they didn't put anything in. Done. Thank you so much, from all of our kind. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes, but you can't be so sure with Freya. That was definitely the highest form of a compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. Oh, don't say it like that! You're really here to find a date. All the way from the galaxy far, far away. Wow. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Aw, Neil, they're laughing at you, not with you. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Aw, man. But we believe that it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. Oh, I wonder if they wouldn't have shared it with us if I didn't make the right drink. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to help. What? Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves, because unknown threats that are beyond civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey! You came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half Earthlings and half whatever you are. Yes? Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit! You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what your people will call the protector. But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero, but who would believe that? Sadly, it is not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default, so everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. That sounds beautiful. And creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, we don't want that. Even Hyde is speechless. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if you got a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. Most people mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Oh, wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. No, Neil, that's not what she means. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives? Yes, that's called commitment. What a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. Well, some people do. At least, that was what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we still have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker. Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So, we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that. But we cannot tell you the details, unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I wonder if Freya's like, I'm considering this for the story. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed, after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. They sure learned a lot in a short period of time. I kind of like it because Hyde and Freya, though they didn't get along at first, they do have a similar sense of humor, and I can really see how they're connecting, even after the bad way they were introduced. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think of how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivete. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh, well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Bye, guys! Ooh, what an interesting episode. That was a lot of fun. I loved seeing everyone again, especially Gala and Hyde. They're such a cute couple. I hope they actually become a couple. Maybe we'll find out in Season 2 if they did, in the next one that's coming out April 20th, because I think there are new characters, but I don't know if the old characters come back or not. I hope they do, because it looks like it's the same coffee shop. I don't know. I'm excited to see either way. I'm always so excited for the next one. But yeah, we've seen Neil again. Hopefully we can help them on their process to finding a mate. I don't remember how that ends, really. I know one specific thing about them, but I can't tell you because that's a spoiler. It's about the ending. If we get the best ending. Like I said, I did look up the recipe for Neil, but I'm glad I did. I want to make sure we get the best ending we can because I'm going to be going into this new one blind, and I want to make sure that that one is completely blind. So we may screw up a lot in that one, but that's okay. We can play it more again afterwards. But either way, I still had a lot of fun with this tonight. Hopefully Bailey's and Lua can figure out their situation too. There's a lot of different situations going on. I wonder when they're going to come to a close. Hopefully we'll see her again soon. But we'll have to worry about that next time. Until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourself, get advice from werewolves and vampires, and have a good day.